Hi, my name is Stephenie Rulli, and I'm one of the authors of The Miracle Mind, Sonya's story. And I'm actually here with Sonya.
Hi.
And she created The Miracle Mind. And the story began 18 years ago when my grandmother, Mary Rulli, had a massive stroke. And my parents, Bob and Sonya Rulli, decided to bring her home to help her recover. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that time and how it went?
Okay. Well, our youngest daughter had just graduated high school, and Bob and I were thinking we were going to just have a life of leisure. Well, in the meantime, my mother-in-law had this severe stroke, and so she ended up in our home. We were very unprepared, but as many people have the same situation, we tried to find out what to do. Well, there was really nothing from the hospital or any advice that really helped us, or any tool. So they just said try repetition of things to try to jog her memory. Well, that's what I did. Every day we would just go along with that, and it was hard because she was very handicapped. She had her whole right side was affected by her stroke, and her mind, as I said, was not good, and she was in a wheelchair. So every day we started out just getting her in the wheelchair, bringing her in the kitchen, and I would try talking to her. Well, the repetition worked. It took a long time, but little by little we just did this over and over until I realized if I put her in situations and made us little scenarios of trying to say, where are you thinking of today, Mom? Let's go to the grocery. What do you see? Let's talk about vegetables. How many can you see? Things like that, which worked. She would help. It would help her to really concentrate, and yet she was very handicapped. But that gave me the idea to start writing it down, and I made worksheets. The worksheets really helped a lot because I could go sit in the kitchen and I had a tool in front of me to start the day. And I would ask her things about her family or her, or just riddles, things. Jack and Jill ran up and see if she could get these little answers. And for a long time she couldn't. But we just kept it up, and it made her happy to be part of something. But she really couldn't communicate with the family, as you know, Stephenie. It was difficult because they didn't know what to say, and sometimes she just couldn't answer.
How would they act when they were around her?
Well, actually, they would say, hi, Mom, hi, Gram, hi, Auntie, hi, and turn and focus on each other. Mm-hmm. And then we would start to talk, and she was left out. So that really wasn't anything the way we all wanted things to be. So we got these worksheets, and I decided I would ask the family if they would take one and sit with Mom. Mm-hmm. And she could then converse one-on-one with the family. And that really helped because they would look at her and they would touch her, and she became more alert and more interested and smiled more. And luckily, this was really a breakthrough. So the family was able to be part of Mom. Don't you feel you became closer?
Absolutely. It changed everything. Absolutely everything for everybody. The family was happier as well because they felt like they were reconnecting with her as well as helping her and giving my mom and dad a break, which they also needed day in and day out.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was very helpful, along with anything that the family did or helped us with to create the workload to be easier. And but in the meantime, Mom's recovery was slow, but it was steady. And we could see that the mind was truly a miracle. It could be restored, at least if not completely. It can develop and become making people more useful in their home life. And that's what we did. So at that point, after being overwhelmed, like bringing home a baby in the beginning, but you had no time to prepare for a 9-month waiting period to be ready for a baby. You came home with a person that was very handicapped and also much bigger and needed more help, and that's devastating. So my daughter thought these worksheets would be very helpful to other people in the same situation.
It's because she's brilliant.
Oh, thank you. I really wish I had them when I came home. It would have gave me such a head start. But as it was, Stephenie and the family helped me a lot, and they decided the worksheets were valuable enough to make it into a book. And from there, Stephenie took it over and decided that she and her sister would develop the book.
Thank you. With that, there's a couple different pieces also that I really want to emphasize, because she not only just got family involved, she got family, friends, church members, whoever was part of the social structure of the family at that time could help work with my grandmother as well as re-engage with her. And again, we had from my 6-year-old son to my 70-year-old uncle doing this. It's not age restrictive. It's just a matter of wanting to be with somebody and be able to talk with them with a topic in hand. So we gained so much from those worksheets, and are also grateful that we had the opportunity to help bring my grandmother back to us. With the book, what we did was it's actually broken into 2 sections. The first half is our story, and also simple and easy to use forms, because when you take over someone's life, you're not only taking over their medical and their care, but you also get saddled with their financial life, you get their house, you get their dog, you get everything that comes with it. So what we did was we created forms for my parents to have, whether it was all the medical information, important contact information, my grandmother's sizes, financial forms that you would use for the first 6 months to a year. And they never went anywhere without them. So when they were at the hospital, at the doctor, they would have what they needed and not be in chaos again over a piece of paper. The second half of the book is the actual worksheets that my mother created, and that we used in helping retrain my grandmother's brain. The one thing that we definitely have all said repeatedly, regardless of the outcome of my grandmother's memory, this was worthwhile. Fortunately for us, she regained the majority of her memory and was able to teach recipes to her great-grandchildren and sit and join in at all our social events. But had she not regained all of her memory, it was worth it, because it gave us quality time with her. It helped us re-engage, and we saw a spark in her. We saw her eyes come back to life again, to the point that she actually taught herself how to write left-handed, so when we weren't there working with her, she was trying to fill them out to get more reinforcement from us. So with that, if you'd like more information, we strongly urge you to watch some more of our videos on our webpage. We actually have real home life videos that we used with my grandmother, or that we had with my grandmother, and you can also find online ways to purchase our book if you're interested in learning more about that. So we really do wish your family well. We wish you much success in any type of recovery, and we thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, Stephenie. And I might just add that it really was a wonderful experience. Even though Mom lived with us 10 years, the last years were really wonderful, because we enjoyed her in her younger time, and we enjoyed her right until she lived to be 93. And I wish you and your family as much success as we had.
And I'm sorry, I want to throw one more thing out. This program, this book will work whether they are at home, whether they're in assisted living, in their own home, nursing home, because it's really a tool that people can use to re-engage and reconnect with someone. It doesn't have to be like our situation where my grandmother was actually in my parents' home. So with that, again, we wish you much success, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.